Tina. Eric Davis, Haydocy Airstream. Going to talk 25-foot flying cloud. I'm passionate about all this stuff, but what I'm really passionate about is the 25-foot platform. I think it's got the best of everything that Airstream has to offer. So I'm going to do a quick walk around. We'll go inside. We'll check out the flying cloud. We literally get one of these like every week because I believe the platform is what people should be towing down the road. So let's talk Airstream. First of all, we haven't peeled the protective finish off of the stainless steel, but these are stainless steel wraps that protect, but more than anything else, they're cool. They look good rolling down the road. They pivot out so you can clean, but once again, this is kind of if you buy a sport model, you don't have the ground protection, so this is really cool. Along with that, this is all Lexan. What I mean by Lexan, this is like a plastic bulletproof stuff that protects the inside windows. Also, they work as awnings. They're UV, and then on the inside you have all tempered glass, also with UV protection. So inside this front cavity is your bedroom. So what this does, let's say in the summertime, it protects, also got the UV thing going on, probably will be the coolest part of the travel trailer. And not to mention, I love what they've done as far as the protection thing, but also how the panoramic windows let light in. Up front, propane, dual 30-pound tanks. This is 60 pounds of propane. I don't know what you expect to be doing when you're camping, but you can be out there with the masses a long time with this amount of propane. It's got a quick access to it, and you can also spin these off. It's a automatic switchover, and you get to, and plus you got once again the cool factor by having the brushed aluminum cover over the entire box. Now, the other cool stuff, your spare tire hidden underneath, so no UV light to it. It opens up into just a cradle for easy access. But because Airstream offers you 24/7 roadside protection for 2 years with the purchase of an Airstream, guess what? You'll probably never see the tire because somebody else is going to be changing it if that happens. Then you've got a dual twin deep cell battery. These are marine type deep cell batteries. You also have on this what's called an inverter system. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk a little bit more about that. But it allows you to go off-grid, boondock, whatever you want to do, not being plugged into an outside power source. And with dual batteries, you can run everything on this. Now, the leveling system, the power jack, whatever you want to call it, this is the Barker system. Probably the best in the business. This raises, lowers, but it also helps when you're putting on your weight distribution hitch and all that fun stuff. The Barker system, while we got lights, we've got levels, we've got, by the way, it comes with a crank. If you don't like to push a button and you like to crank, we can let you crank too. So everything you need in the Barker system. Now the 25 offers some really cool stuff too. You have a front access panel if you wanted to add power. What I mean by adding power is that you can get a pair of, say, Yamaha or Honda generators, and if you parallel them, you're creating 4,000 watts of power plugged right in here. It's easy, it's cool, it's all of that and then some. Now, another cool thing, down here is a quick disconnect propane port. Now, what that does is allows you get an additional length of propane line. We can plug in that grill, and it is on the back side of where your door is, so you're grilling out here while everybody else is enjoying adult beverages underneath the awning. So once again, I love the setup of what Airstream has done here. Come on around. These are Radius Airstream tempered glass done with the buck riveting. That is what everybody concerns themselves about when they talk about living riveted. That's what we're doing with Airstream. We're going to live riveted. Now, we get to kind of the business end. You've got an outdoor shower. This has hot water, cold water, so it literally is a functioning, full-service shower. So if we're going to hose off the kids, the dogs, grandma, it can all be done here. Potable water. This is your access port. This is a keyed entry into your potable water, which is based in between the two wheels, which is really cool because, first of all, it's locked. Of course, that's cool. By the way, speaking of keys and locks, I have a master key where I can open up a lot of other stuff. But the bottom line with Airstream, they're all individually keyed. That's kind of the protective / privacy factor that everyone requires when it comes to Airstream. But with the water being placed in between the axles, what that does is that low center of gravity. Airstream will tell you, they're the only guys out there that say, fill up the tanks, let's drag water, because it actually helps when you're towing. All of your business is right here. In other words, your black water, your gray water, you have lighting, LED lighting. I love this placement because it is in front of the axles. It won't get dinged up on the backside if you maybe were to back into a curb or something like that, because it has to be at that low point. Then you've got this Dexter axle system. This is that rubber torsion bar where you freeze those, you freeze rubber rods in nitrogen. They collapse. You invert the axle through the entire system. It creates four-wheel independent suspension, along with, you now have electric brakes on each individual wheel. By the way, Tina, these are no lube hubs, never adjust brakes. This is all about that concept of longevity, because you're not buying your Airstream for today, you're buying it for that next ride. Now, how about this? This is your inlet for your water. You've got your city water consumption here. So when the city water comes in, if you're at that park, you look at the guy next to you, he's got an exterior regulator. Airstream provides an interior regulator to protect that PVC pipe, those copper fittings, to make sure that there are no issues with water in your Airstream. That's the cool thing. Now, how about this? This is a black water flush system. So when you're leaving the planet, you want to wash the thing. It really is all about clean hands. When you go into this system, picture, if you will, an umbrella spinning with the tines shooting out pressurized water that will clean out that entire black water system. Make sure that when you pull that sewer hose, guess what? You're cleaner than the guy next to you with relative ease. Access panels for refrigerators. And then what you got here is you're wired for satellite. So if you ever wanted to add an additional satellite dish. And how about this? This is where your 30 amp or your shore power comes into your travel trailer. It is a LED illuminated light here so that you know that your power source is good. If that light is not illuminated, guess what? That problem is not with your Airstream. That problem is probably with the power source you're hooked up with. I also want to just point out quickly, look at the light that's streaming in here through you have overhead Vista View windows. You have the radius tempered glass Airstream with the buck riveting. They've got these wonderful little rain guards, and because they're jalousie type windows that pivot out, guess what? If we've got water coming in, you're not going to have to worry about that, because these aren't sliders. These are radius Airstream windows. And nobody produces this kind of radius glass for a travel trailer. This is all about attention to detail. Come on around. Okay. The back end of the 25-foot Flying Cloud. This is a rear entry unit, and this is what I love. First of all, how about this, Tina? How about the amount of light that's going to pour into the back of the travel trailer? I showed you the wraparound panoramics in front. The wraparound back is more important to me, because your best view normally when you are in a campsite is going to be afforded out the back of the trailer. This is going to be the lake, the pond, the trees. This is going to be Niagara Falls. I mean, it's all going to be out the back of the trailer. I love this. So, same thing, tempered glass, all panoramic, and once again, the rear view I'm pointing out here the LED lights. The reason for that, yeah, they're cool. They're done in this beautiful aluminum case. But the thing is, the entire platform is all LED, inside, outside, using very little power, lasts forever, and the point is, they look better and are brighter than incandescent lights. The other thing, you got a trunk. I love a trunk in an Airstream because they utilize every square foot of space that they have. You want to put a bike rack on here. This is great for all of your sewer and electrical because you are not storing it within the confines of the actual trailer itself. Very cool. So let's take a look on the awning side. 25-foot flying cloud rear entry. I want to point out the awning. You've got, I don't know, 22 foot of awning on this thing, which is, think about it, Tina, where are you going to spend your time? Yeah, you're going to do that time inside, but frankly, if you're out enjoying this thing, you're going to be spending your time outside. Tina, you can open this awning by yourself in about a minute and a half, and I mean that. So the point is, this is the Zip-D system, which has been part of Airstream since the 60s. Now, here's what this trailer is all about. You've got a fully welded aluminum screen. You've got the people protector. You've got the kid and the dog protector, and you've got just the way that it's manufactured, fully welded encased framing to a radius door that actually comes, I believe, from the aircraft industry. You have the EcoBat insulation in the entire trailer, but over-insulated door, opaque window with more light streaming in, and when you shut an Airstream, guess what? You shut the Airstream. Then it will capture the screen door when it opens. I mean, we spend 8 hours manufacturing just that door itself. You have exterior LED lighting. You've got all of your electric hookups here. I love the entry into the 25-foot flying cloud. Come on in, let's check this out. As you enter the 25-footer, I suppose what really catches your eye is the drama of all of the interior, leather and cabinetry, but what I love is that all of your controls are at your fingertips, meaning that all of your overhead lighting, exterior lighting is all right here. Your battery disconnect, additional. This is because when you come into your trailer, you don't want to have to go to the resource to fire up a light or a fan or everything is right here. It's beautiful. Battery disconnect. You also have some cool stuff. Because this thing is so beautiful, this is where you're keeping your slippers. You're going to put your slippers on when you come in because I love the way this thing looks. You've got additional storage here, and you've got also undermount storage. So just the entree into the 25-footer is extremely cool. But let's talk interior. This is all that light that's going to pour in. With the Vista View overheads, with these beautiful Ocean Air brushed steel shades, all of the radius window dumping light in. Then you move to the panoramic windows that wrap the entire length. And then, believe it or not, overhead, we've got skylights that dump additional light in. So I want to point out the light before I even start talking about details because it opens up the entire space. Then we have the beautiful cashew ultra leather. This is kind of special because you're not going to have that hot, sticky, cool, slick feeling in the winter, and also no scratching, no staining, no dog stuff, no kid stuff. It's just the most durable thing on the planet. So we start with the dual dinette, which drops into sleeping for two, and then as you do the wraparound, you'll see that you have additional pull-out for two more people. So your sleeping capability opens up, but also this L-shaped lounge, if you will, becomes, this is where you're going to relax, this is where you're going to entertain. Notice here the maple cabinetry. By the way this product is built, Tina, it is done with, it is bolted, it is not screwed, it is not glued, that's the one thing why people with allergies will buy an Airstream, because there's no off-gassing. So you have then again your full entertainment package of Clarion system to your CD, DVD, additional hookups for, and you also have additional inverter outlets. All of the lighting overhead that pours in here is all LED. It is all on rheostat, so we can vary, we can dim, we can vary the intensity of the light. Cool to the touch, uses very little power. So the lighting in the Airstream becomes, I believe, kind of important. So just in walking into the 25, is it cool? Is it comfortable? Yes. Now let's take a look at the mid deck. I'll show you the galley. The galley in the 25 sets up beautifully. You know, to the fact you've got a lot of overhead storage, which got to have places for your stuff. But check this out. This is a European vented fan, but because the venting goes right out the side of the trailer, guess what? You have access to all of that storage above, so you have not lost any space, but you actually have venting, which a lot of trailers do not. This is a high output range with the big front burner that will boil water, they say, in under a minute. You've got a convection microwave. So in a small space here, guess what? You want to bake cookies in August? You can still do that. Then you have all of your guts. You have your computer. You have your GFI outlet for any appliances, and then you have your inverter system, where this is where you can do all that fun stuff as far as making sure you have power to boondock, go off-road. I love the porthole windows. This is signature Airstream, along with the beautiful brushed steel shades from Ocean Air. Then deep well stainless steel sink. You have covers for this, which are cutting boards, but the point is also great storage area. Then you've got pop-ups, which will extend the entire amount of this beautiful Wilson Art laminate. And let's look at the storage. You've got undermount pantry storage. The dog can't get to the trash can underneath. Great places to store. Then you have chest of drawers. Chest of drawers with interior inserts, all done on side mounted steel with brushed nickel hardware. Just attention to detail. Across the galley, you're going to have the big Dometic. This is the big refrigerator freezer that has the brain. The biggest one put in an Airstream, and the great thing about this is that you have, if you're at home, you're plugged into your house, you pull that plug, guess what? Automatically switches over to LP, so you can roll down the road and keep those adult beverages cold. Then you have overhead and undermount storage, but I think the thing that people love about Airstream is their utilization of space. Check out this pantry. This is all so that you can do the put your canned goods in, fully adjustable shelving on track. So every single square inch of the Airstream galley has been utilized. The galley in the Airstream is way cool. Now we've gone midship. Midship on Airstream is really kind of fun because you first of all have the ability to close yourself off from the foredeck. What does that mean? Well, if you've got people maybe camping with you, they've got their own space. You then are going to utilize the opportunity to have access to your big wardrobe in here, but that would also give you access to your stand-up shower that has clothesline. It's got the big faucet. It's got the sit down if you need to sit down, but big guys can get in here. This is all pebble textured glass. And then that gives the opportunity for someone to be using the lavatory or someone to be using the shower, and you can close yourself off from the front deck. But there's also an opportunity to close off the master bedroom, and we'll talk about that. But check out this lavatory in the 25. Great utilization of space. You've got overhead cabinetry, lots of storage. You've got the beautiful aluminum-backed countertop with the Wilson Art laminate, stainless steel with Moen appliances, pedestal toilet, plenty of room to change your socks, but once again an overhead venting. So while it's a great utilization of space, it is plenty of size and does not detract from the rest of the coach. Then you have the master bedroom. Hi, Tina. What I'm saying about this is that you have the ability to separate the master from the rest of the platform, so if your guests are getting ready, you still have access to the master. Now, when you see the master, first of all, we haven't opened our pillow package. If you like pillows, Tina, we got pillows. You have this beautiful walk-around queen bed, which, let's just look at the storage here. It's on a gas cylinder mechanism that pops up. You've got bins, you've got drawers, all of this beautiful access as far as storage. And this is a new mattress introduction that has this pillow top. It's oh so comfortable. But look what happens here. All of this light once again pours in, but you have a jalousie window front, jalousie window rear, which is all of that beautiful panoramic, and then you have jalousie window at your head. So the thing is, if you want the air to move through here, it's beautiful. That will happen. Overhead storage, nightstand, and then you have additional wardrobe and chests of drawers so that you can access more hanging and certainly chests of drawers for your dresser. So lots of space in the 25, lots of overhead storage, lots of light come pouring in. And then now, what I haven't talked about is the electronics. We pull the TVs on there, so you have two TVs, HD LED TVs, 28 stations of free TV right here where we're standing. Then you have this Dometic system. The Dometic system is a one-touch control for your heating and cooling. What you're not seeing on this Airstream is a drop-in AC unit. Why? Because on the 2015, it has been separated by 3 inches above the platform, which means you do not have that sound of that machine inside it is 3 inches above the insulated ceiling, which means quieter and a complete distribution of all the air. I love the 25-foot platform. Tina, 25-foot flying cloud. We've got a bunch of them on the lot. Hopefully you can come down, take a look, talk Airstream. It's fun. We have different platforms, front entry, rear entry, different configurations, different levels of design, being that this is the Flying Cloud. We have the International Series, but it's just the cool stuff. I want to thank you for reaching out and talking Airstream. You can get me via phone, 614-279-8880, or I think you have my email address, but it's Eric, ERIC, at Haydocy.com. Two things, Tina. I want you to enjoy the journey, but most of all, happy camping.